Hello there, my name is Linda Jo Martin, the Book Lady. Welcome to my channel, and this is my weekly Christian video. I'm going to be talking about Christian books. So I am right now studying about humility. I recently finished doing a Beth Moore Bible study book called Children of the Day, and I reviewed that one already last week. So this week I'm talking about my humility studies. I'm calling it Humility Studies 101, and I'm actually keeping track of my humility studies progress in my bullet journal. This is the bullet journal I bought a few weeks ago, and I don't know if you can see that. So, Humility Studies 101. I'm teaching myself more about humility, and this first book is totally blowing me away. This book is amazing. This was actually recommended to me by one of the pastors at my church, and it is by Andrew Murray. It's a classic Christian book, and it is just wonderful. I tried to get into it when I first bought this book about 2014. I wasn't ready for it at the time, but I guess I am now. I'm going through it, and I'm just learning that humility is such an important part of being a Christian, because Jesus was humble, and basically to be like Jesus, we have to be humble. And one thing I noticed when I first started going to church, now I haven't been a Christian very long. I became a Christian in 2013. One day it just amazed me as I looked around the church that all these people were so humble. It was such a change from what I was used to being around. And so that's why I decided I had to learn more about humility. Pride, of course, is one of the worst things, and it's also insidious because it's very hard to avoid. I mean, even if you're trying very hard to be humble, you can become prideful because you're so humble. So pride is difficult to deal with, but true humility is more than just realizing that you're a terrible sinner and did horrible things in your life. And of course, you're humble, which I totally identify with that. But, and I think a lot of Christians do. But true humility is really just feeling like nothing before God and letting God be everything in you. So there's a lot to be learned from this book. I totally recommend it. It's amazing. I'm halfway through it and really looking forward to the rest, because I read a couple of reviews where people were saying that chapters 11 and 12 were especially good, and I haven't gotten there yet. So I have more to learn, always more to learn. So the second book in my Humility Studies 101 is Nurturing a Heart of Humility by Elizabeth George. This is mostly about the life of Mary, the mother of Jesus, and it is a workbook that you write in. You do a lot of looking up of Bible verses and then writing down things that you learn. Of course, here's a sample page. There's a lot of writing to be done, a lot of Bible verses to look up, and it takes me about half an hour a day to get through a chapter. The third book that I'm reading for my Humility Studies 101 is this one. It's called From Pride to Humility. It's actually a little booklet. It's half of it's about pride and different ways that people are prideful, and the second half is about humility, which I can't tell you much about yet because I haven't gotten to that part of it yet. I will tell you that this is an excerpt from another book called The Exemplary Husband, A Biblical Perspective by Dr. Stuart. So that's the third book that I'm reading right now. So basically that's all I have for you today. Humility studies. I am aware of at least one other book about humility that I do not have a copy of yet, so I will probably be ordering that and will tell you about it in a future video. If you know of any other Christian books about humility that you'd like to tell me about, certainly tell me in the comments to this video. I would love to hear about it, and I'll talk to you in another video. Bye.